again empty-handed, and I will bathe the starways in your blood.
Chase and Marshall tore down the road that led towards Foggy Bottom. Sky was with them, flying above them in a copter. The pups were whistling quiet on their way to Foggy Bottom. The conflict on their mission was too much for even words. Before long, the pups reached Foggy Bottom city limits. Chase pressed on the gas harder so he could reach the park quicker. The sounds of his siren, Marshall's siren, and Sky's copter drawing out of spots. It really hadn't hit him until now. But he was in the middle of the positional war-ending fight with the two pups he cared about the most. Being an only pup he abandoned at a very young age, Marshall and Sky were the first two pups Chase was actually able to meet and interact with. Plus, there was his crush on Sky. I can't let my feelings for her distract me from our mission, he thought. At least the pups reached the park. Chase and Sky parked in the parking lot, and Sky landed her copter next to Chase's vehicle. Wasting no time, Chase went back of his spy cruiser and bought out his drone. Find the reality stone, he ordered. The drone shot out from its holder and stopped flying around the park. Marshall and Sky stood on either side of the German Shepherd, watching the drone speed instantly. The drone searched for the tree after tree, but found nothing. The basketball courts were empty too, but the drone picked something up as it scanned the picnic tables. The drone's got something, Chase said, with his enthusiasm in his voice. Let's go, pups. He took off towards his drone at full speed. Marshall and Sky had a hard time catching up to the police boat, especially Sky. Wait up, Chase! She yelled into the fog. When she finally caught up with Chase and Marshall, she saw they were in front of the picnic table, staring at a glowing red light. The submarine came closer and closer to Palantis. Soon enough, Zuma, Wubble, and Walkie were able to clearly see who was piloting it. I don't believe this, said the bulldog. Aye, mateys, said Switchbuckler. Who's this gray weirdo? And what's he doing here? asked Hobby. He's from space, said Walkie. He's came to steal the 6 Infinity Stones and wipe out half of the creation. While them is embedding the magic claiming the powers Palantis. Sounds like a dirty scoundrel to me, said Sid. I'll delight to join this fight against this alien. Yeah, me too, said Hobby with a salute. These waddles aren't big for enough 2 feet, said Joe. What do you guys need? We're trying to remove the stone and get it as far away from as possible, but that hasn't worked out yet, said Zuma. Uh-oh, said Wubble. He's back. Indeed, he was. Thanos looked angrier than ever. He pulled out his spear and charged out the pups. Sid began driving his submarine all around the alien, occasionally flashing its light and directed him. Walkie grabbed a metal ball lying on the ocean floor and used it to feed off Thanos. However, Walkie's metal ball was nothing compared to Thanos' spear. Soon all that was left of Walkie's weapon was a short metal stab before he could swim away. Thanos grabbed him and threw him into the rubble. Both pups crashed into an old building that collapsed on them. Walkie, Wubble! Zimmer called out. You and I'll protect the stone, Sid said. I'll find your friends. Sid looked around for his dubbers for Walkie and Wubble. He found them, alive, a branch trapped under a couple of heavy rocks. The more pups were there too, trying to lift the rocks. They're trapped underneath some rocks, Sid said. I'll get them out. Thanos slowly approached Zuma and Albie. Not wasting any time, Zuma charged on the monster. Thanos knocked the lab aside. Now it was down to Albie to protect the stone. Thanos dodged an attack from the Dutch Hound and reached the stone. Before he could remove it, he felt something tugging at his gauntlet. He turned around and see Albie trying to take the gauntlet off his arm. Thanos was unable to take the soul stone, while the pup was launched onto him. He activated the space stone and sent Albie flying away. He grabbed the stone and quickly placed it in the gauntlet, and used the space stone once again to teleport away just as Zuma drove at him with teeth bared. The lights turning from Podlands immediately turned off. When the source of the magic gone, Podlands couldn't function. Someone noticed that his mud pup tail was gone, and the mud pups were nowhere to be found. Someone turned around to see Sid, Albie, Wubble, and Rocky around Sid's submarine. Someone got into the submarine and both resurfaced above the water. "He's got 2 stones now," said Rocky. "They're all aboard Sid's pirate ship." "Where are the others?" said Sid. "3 of them back in the Central Bay, and the other one is in Foggy Bottom," said Wubble. Someone looked at the ground and sighed. Realization they may not succeed against Thanos, he activates Protect and made a call. "Ryder, hey Zimmer, what's up? Thanos took the Soul Stone." "Is this it, Chase?" asked Marshall. "I think so," Chase replied. As he was about to reach the stone, he heard a voice. "You know, I heard all about you guys," said the voice. Marshall and Sky both jumped, startled by the noise. "What was that?" the Cockapoo asked, still out of breath from running over to the table. "Who's there?" the Dalmatian called into the empty park. "I must say, I truly admire your goat," the voice continued. Chase, Marshall, and Sky looked all over the source of the voice, but the fog made it difficult to where it was coming from. "Sometimes things doesn't really always work out the way they're supposed to. Reality is often disappointing." The fog started to disappear and was replaced with a city enveloped in flames. The pups gasped and they started to put 2 and 2 together. "But now," the voice said, as the creature appeared with the changing reality. "Reality can be whenever I want." "Thanos," Chase said under his breath. The giant alien stood in front of him with a sinister grin. He flinched his gauntlet, which now contained the Space Stone, the Soul Stone, and the Reality Stone. Chase brought out his taser and net launcher, a feature that Ryder had recently installed his pup pack. Marshall brought out his water cannons and had them send full blast. The 2 pups looked at each other and gave a nod. Chase then turned at Thanos. Thanos was easily avoid Chase's attack. Marshall activated his water cannons and shot at them on the monster. Thanos simply activated his Space Stone and stopped the water blast in midair. Sky stood there, watching Chase and Marshall try to attack Thanos. She wasn't sure if she should join the fight, since she didn't have any form of weaponry on her. I guess I have to solely rely on Puffoo," she said as she jumped into the air to fight. Thanos saw her coming a mile away. However, as he reached out and caught her in his left hand, he whipped out a spear and headed onto her neck, causing Chase and Marshall to immediately break down. "One more move, and she's done for," Thanos threatened it. Marshall gulped, but Chase was growling. He wanted to act, but the knife held to his crutch's neck, preventing him from doing anything. "Everything's gonna be okay," Chase researched her from the weeping Cockapoo. "Chase," she said weakly. "Help me." Tears started to roll down from her eyes. Before Chase could say anything or do anything, Thanos was playing with a bunch of balls of yarn, causing a drop activation pup that was one harddish. "What the?" he muttered as he turned around the source of the yarn. There, less than 50 feet away, stood Myuu and the catastrophe crew. "Why don't you pick somebody your own size, Squidward?" the mayor yelled. He and his kittens in charge of Thanos, with yarn balls being launched at high speeds from all sides. Thanos was triply outmatched. "Sky!" Chase walked over to the Cockapoo. "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay, but we have to have Myuu dinner." "Let's take him down." So Marshall as the 3 pups returned to fight. Thanos managed to knock the kittens away from him, but they keep coming back at him. So much yarn was launched at him that it seemed harder than movement. He put out a spear and swiped in the air in front of him, freeing himself and forcing the kittens to back up a bit. As for Cat Wubble, went for face shot, claws out. Thanos jumped his breed and threw the cat. He then threw the spree with Cat Wobble still on it, as Cat Sky was also impaled by the blade. "No!" cried Mayor Humdinger as he went after the two fallen kittens. "You monster! How could you?" Thanos ignored Mayor Humdinger's angry outbursts. He started to walk away when he felt a sharp pain in his back. He watched behind him and grabbed Chase, who had launched himself in the alien's back with his canines. After getting a good look at his accent, Thanos tossed the Triplet away. Tossed the German Triplets outside next to the remaining members of the Kitten and Cat's crew. His allergies served a vent. Chase started sneezing uncontrollably. Thanos then activated the Space Stone, opened up a portal and walked through, leaving Foggy Bottom with the other 3 stones. Chase got up and calmed himself down. After taking 2 many breaths, he glanced down at the elevation in front of him. It was eerily quiet all around, aside from the burning city and the incursion of sobs from Mayor Humdinger. Jason turned and marched on the sky. They were also bleeding, even bruised, but their injuries were severe by any means. His breaths would become louder and more often, to the point of hypervein. "Chase, are you okay?" asked Marshall, but the German Triplet kept hyperveining. "Chase, it's me, Sky. Calm down," the cockapoo said. After what seemed like internally, the police pup finally stopped hyperveining. He looked at Sky, then at Marshall, then at Sky again. Both pups were worried expressions on their faces. We, Chase started. We what? Asked Sky in a silvery voice. We, just, failed. Chase said, as a tear fell from his eye.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.